Hi and welcome to a whattabletpc.com review of the Lenovo Ideapad A1 tablet PC. So this is a 7-inch tablet, as you can see here. It's interesting because it's a very cheap tablet in comparison to other tablets running the kind of specification that it's got. So it's got a little bit of a plasticky back here, but to be honest, that just kind of makes it light, and it still looks pretty well built. Now it runs Android 2.3.4, so it's Android Gingerbread. Now that's a version of Android that came along previous to, or just before Android Honeycomb was produced, which was the first kind of Android version that wasn't purely designed around smartphones. So you can see the smartphone kind of interface that it's got is pretty simple. So it doesn't really totally make full use of the screen that you've got, the larger kind of 7-inch screen, but it's still quite good and quite easy to navigate from, and makes the interface not particularly cluttered, etc. So that's not too bad. Now the only issue though with that is that because this is running Android 2.3.4, so the smartphone operating version, it does tend to think that it's a smartphone, and so when you're in the browser, quite often you're jumping into the mobile versions of websites. Now that's not a terrible thing, it's pretty easy to overcome and pretty easy to kind of jump down to the desktop version. But it's just one of those things that it could have been run up just a little bit smoother if it could recognise that it's got a bigger screen. So it works, and as you can see, it's pretty fast. The processor within this tablet is a 1 GHz processor, and that's perfectly capable of dealing with this operating system and the vast majority of apps within the Android market ecosystem itself. If we jump to that, actually, I'll show you that in operation. So here's the Android market application. Let's jump back to the front screen. As you can see here, you can navigate to apps. There's games within there, eBooks, movies, etc. We're just jumping here into the movie section of the Android market, and it's just loading up. You can see it's pretty fast, and that's the advantage of having this kind of processor. So it jumps around pretty quickly. If you want to download apps and games, they're pretty quick to download. Now it is only a Wi-Fi enabled tablet, so there's no 3G option, but that is just a limitation that you have to deal with really at this price point. But it's pretty easy again to jump between different options. These are the top paid apps, top free apps, etc. So again, you can just download those quite quickly and easily. You'll notice that as I'm navigating around, there's some kind of touch sensitive keys down the bottom here. Now the only thing you'll notice is they also disappear quite quickly, so there's a little backlight behind those. Those buttons are quite critical because they help you to navigate as you're going around the tablet, not just the kind of swipes that you make on the screen and the taps you make on the screen, because the one on the left here brings up context sensitive menus, so that means that where you are in the tablet at that time, it will give you options based on what you can do at that point. So I'm in the home screen here, so it's giving me options to add widgets, manage apps, wallpaper, etc. And similarly in the middle here now, this is the home screen button that wherever you are in the tablet, it will just bring you back to these home screens. So say for example, I'm in the browser, I press the home screen, straight back to this kind of home screen place. It's just a quick way to find your way around if you ever get lost. You've also got a back button here. Oops. Now you see the issue that I'm having is that these are lights, the backlights behind these buttons don't stay on very long, and that means you can sometimes miss them. So that's just one little fault really with this tablet. But all in all, that's not too bad. But the back button helps you again to find your way around whenever you need to. The screen itself, as you've seen as I'm sort of finding my way around here, is pretty responsive. It's a capacitive screen, so that means it reacts well to taps and swipes. Some of the cheaper tablets have resistive screens, and you really have to give them a firm prod before they register, whereas this capacitive screen is pretty good. It's also quite sharp. It's a resolution of 1024 by 600 pixels, and that's pretty good given this is a 7-inch tablet PC, so you get a good sharp screen, particularly if you're watching video. Now the tablet itself is light, not too thick, and it's a 7-inch tablet, so it's pretty light and easy to kind of carry around. You'll notice that there's a few sort of ports and other features within this tablet. First up, there's kind of cameras here, so you've got a rear-facing camera that's a 3 million megapixel camera, and on the front here you've also got a 0.3 million megapixel camera. Now those are for taking video and stills on the back here, or for web chat here. I would say the camera on the back is not particularly good quality. It's only 3 million megapixel. That's not a great resolution. You're probably not going to use that much. Whereas the webcam chat, webcam video chat front-facing camera is very useful and provides decent enough kind of pictures for web chat. Other kind of ports etc. on the tablet, you've got a headphone port here. This here is just the power on and off button. You've got volume up and down kind of rocker here, a little switch here that allows you to lock the tablet into the orientation that it is at that point. And also on the bottom here you've got a MicroSD port and a mini USB port. Now the MicroSD port is going to come in useful because there's 16 gigabytes internal storage included on the tablet, but you can extend it using the MicroSD card that you can buy, and that will extend it up to 32 gigabytes. So that gives you quite a decent amount of space. Now also with this, you'll notice that as we've been going around, there's a few apps included. Just a few bits and pieces. One of the key ones I think here is Docs2Go is included, and that's kind of a Microsoft Office equivalent. So your kind of Word and Excel type documents it will read and allow you to edit those. There's also some GPS apps you might have noticed, and that's because this tablet does have a GPS receiver. So that's useful for mapping applications, etc. Now the other good thing with this tablet is that it runs Flash. So if I jump onto the BBC website, we can jump up to the iPlayer, and you'll find that the actual Flash performance is pretty good. Now, as I said, the screen is good, so you'll see that you'll get a pretty good picture for this. Now, I've just been told to update the Flash player, so I'll do that as we're going through. But of course with the processor as well, again that is quite critical for making sure you have a good flash performance. So that's just installing for me, and it's successfully installed. So if I go back, let's jump to the browser again, and let's refresh here. And here we go, it's running. So as I say, we're on Wi-Fi here, so this should be sort of fairly quick. This is just a episode of MasterChef, but as you can see, it's straight in. That's just buffering up, and we're on. Right, now we won't carry on with that. We're just going to stop there. But the actual picture there is pretty decent and pretty good, so that's a really good plus point for the this tablet. So that's it really for the Lenovo tablet Ideapad A1. So it's pretty impressive at the price, and I think it's well worth a good look at. Now we're going to come back with some further videos giving you a bit more insight into this over the next few days. But if you want to learn some more about this tablet or other tablet PCs, subscribe to the Tablet PC UK channel on YouTube, and this is where you'll find a lot more of these videos. Or come along to whattabletpc.com, where you can sign up for our free newsletters, and we'll give you an update as soon as we've got more videos coming your way. Thanks very much.